Good afternoon and welcome to the 27th Kassner Salute to graduates. My name is Tiffany Hang Moss and I have the honor of serving as Dean for the College of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources. So to the graduates, their families, and their friends, on behalf of the college, I extend our sincere congratulations. Today is truly a day for celebrating and for recognizing the accomplishments of our graduates. It's not only a very special time for the family and friends of our graduates, but also for the faculty and staff in our college. We have had the distinct pleasure of getting to know this group of students, the opportunity to help them discover their unique strengths and talents, and witness firsthand their development as professionals and leaders. As you will hear today when the students are recognized, this is truly an amazing group of students with diverse career interests. Those career interests range from global food security to wildlife biology to water science and environmental studies to food, animal, and plant systems to mechanized systems management and engineering to agribusiness, ag economics, entrepreneurship, leadership, education, communication, hospitality, restaurant and tourism management, PGA golf management, forensic science, microbiology, and biochemistry. Truly very, very diverse in the career interests of our students. As diverse as their career interests, so are the experiences that they have had here at the University of Nebraska. For example, some of our students have traveled to another part of the world to extend their learning beyond Nebraska. Some have participated in campus-based research and even can be Googled as an author on a scholarly publication. And still others have committed their time and talent to community engagement. Despite these differences, all CASNR graduates share at least one common element, and that is that their degree programs are grounded in the sciences and the application of their science to solve problems and to create innovation. So this is truly an amazing group of students, and we are so excited to see what the future holds for them. It's now my distinct pleasure to introduce Catherine Jones. Catherine is president of our CASNR Student Advisory Board, and she will provide comments on behalf of the board as well as present our CASNR Spirit Award.
Good afternoon and happy graduation. On behalf of the CASNR Student Advisory Board, I am so excited to welcome all of you to the Salute to Grad ceremony. All of these students have worked hard to be here today, and I am honored to be a part of your day. The CASNR Advisory Board and community are so proud of each of you. All of these students here deserve an immense amount of recognition. However, we have an additional award to give away today. Today, we have the honor of recognizing one graduate as the recipient of the December 2018 CASNR Spirit Award. The CASNR Spirit Award was established in 2015 to pay respect and tribute to the graduating class and honoring a CASNR student or CASNR students that embody the values, ethics, and integrity of a CASNR degree. Our graduating CASNR students are optimistic, self-confident, with a strong sense of role and responsibility as global citizens. They are servant leaders with a strong commitment to serving their community. They are dreamers, doers, and difference makers who will make our world a better place for generations to come. I am pleased to announce Morgan Cutler as the recipient of the CASNR Spirit Award for the December class of 2018. Morgan, will you join us on stage? Morgan's nominators wrote this about her. Morgan embodies the best of the CASNR spirit, and I couldn't agree more. She is the epitome of the student leader, leading by example, contributing when possible, engaging with persistence and passion. Morgan shows the CASNR spirit by her willingness to help others, her commitment and support of the college, and the grace that she exhibits each day. Morgan's spirit, tenacity, endless hope, and grit inspires us all. As a member of the Angler community, Morgan never missed a meeting, event, or an opportunity to engage with students on campus. She was always willing to help them work on their business ideas. Morgan started a business as a student selling scrubs for health aides and others in the medical field. She did this along with developing several other business ideas. Morgan doesn't know what it means to quit. She faces new challenges as an opportunity to learn and a mountain to be climbed. She can get things done in a way a select few are able to, and she perseveres despite the obstacles in her path. Morgan has taught us to dream beyond the limits of our own reality. Anyone who has met Morgan knows the power of her story and reassesses their own capacity to make a difference. Morgan certainly exemplifies the Kassner spirit for which this award was created. Please help me in congratulating Morgan. An inscribed brick will be placed in Legacy Courtyard to honor Morgan and to pay tribute to our December graduating class. Having a brick as part of the Legacy Courtyard is a wonderful way to leave a permanent legacy on East Campus. We want to take this opportunity to recognize that each of our graduates has their unique talents and gifts. They have overcome their own set of challenges and leveraged the opportunities provided to them. They make me proud to be a member of the Kassner community. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce Dr. Michael Boehm, Vice President of Agriculture and Natural Resources for the University of Nebraska and the IANR Harlan Vice Chancellor.
Well, Morgan, congratulations. I met Morgan maybe 2 months into my job as she was going into Miller Hall one day, and she was one of the first students I had the chance to get to know. Well, before I get started, and she's not going to like this, Tiffany Hang-Moss, would you mind coming up here? Yep. You may or may not know that we had a national search for the new dean of Kasner to follow in the footsteps of Steve Waller, who served in that role for 17 years. And when Steve told me about 3 months on the job that he was going to make a pivot and I needed to find an interim, I turned to the Associate Dean, Tiffany Hang-Moss. And Tiffany and her team have just done a terrific job, but we launched a national search, had very, very competitive search, and out of that search process, Dr. Hang-Moss, Tiffany rose head and shoulders above the competition. And it is a very much a pleasure for me to introduce to you, the first time in a public forum, the Dean of Kasner, Tiffany Hang-Moss. Yeah, like I said, I knew she wouldn't like that, so payback. Well, parents, friends, students who are watching and who are lined up, we are really excited about this day. As Tiffany alluded to, we take the journey with you from the very first time your students stepped on campus as a prospective student to their very first week on campus, Kassner Welcome Week, to where we are today. This is a tremendous accomplishment for your students, our students, and for your family. And I couldn't be more proud about that. Just a little bit about the Institute of Ag and Natural Resources, or IANR as we call it. We really are about food, whether that's crops, whether that's specialty crops, corn, beans, livestock. We're about producing food for a growing population. The globe, the people on this planet are increasing. We're at about 7.5 billion, and we're climbing to 9.5 billion here in the next 32 years. Nebraska plays a critical role in producing food, fuel, feed, and fiber for this growing world. We do so mindful of the resilience of our soils and our water so that we can ensure that our children's children are here producing that food. And we do it mindful of the people in rural, suburban, and urban settings that touch that food. The Institute of Ag and Natural Resources is made up of numerous divisions. CASNR, the college, is one of those, and CASNR is responsible for our teaching and our learning mission. The Division of Ag Research is responsible for our research and discovery agenda. Nebraska Extension is responsible for engaging citizens across Nebraska through Nebraska's many programs, many of those focused on youth, but also on family, natural resources, production agriculture, and then through 3 departments in the College of Education and Human Sciences that we will be recognizing. So the way this will work today will be as follow. As we recognize your students, our students, the CASNR graduates, each graduate will be introduced. The graduate will walk upon the stage. They will be joined on the stage by Tiffany Hang-Moss, the Dean of CASNR. Ty, come on up. Ty, sure? Is that correct, Ty? First time I've introduced Ty. Ty is the president of the Kasner Alumni Association, and then a representative from the student's degree program. Okay, so we'll begin with those students that will be graduating with degrees in environmental studies. Dr. Dave Gosselin, program director, will be representing this degree program. Would you please hold your applause until all students from each of the academic areas have been recognized. And the dean has informed me that that student has not showed up, so we're just going to be flexible. The payback has begun. Thanks, Tiffany. rethinking my decision, maybe. Okay. Can I read the next one? Okay, yeah, all right. We'll next recognize students that will be graduating with a degree from the Department of Agricultural Economics, and Dr. Larry Van Tassel, the department head, will be representing this area.
We'll begin with Connor Baldwin, who is from Central Nebraska and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Economics. Connor plans to seek employment in the agriculture industry. His greatest experience was actively participating in Alpha Gamma Rho.
Morgan Cutler is from Raymond, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Economics and a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Morgan plans to await future adventures. Morgan's greatest accomplishment was developing and implementing a business, although maybe she wants to change that after receiving the Kassner Spirit Award.
Colin Freeman is from Pierce, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Economics. Colin plans to continue working as a real estate and cattle appraiser for Farm Credit Services of America in the Norfolk office. His greatest experience was having the opportunity to be part of the Angler Entrepreneurship Program and to create not one, but 2 businesses.
Blair Haley is from Gretna, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Economics. Blair plans to seek employment while growing and operating his small business. Blair's greatest accomplishment was starting his own business while in college.
Erika Harms is from Glenville, Nebraska, and she's receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Economics. Erika plans to start a full-time position with John Deere as a marketing representative in the Hay and Forage Product Marketing Division. Her greatest achievement was being a part of the Nebraska NAMA marketing team the past 3 years and taking 4th place in the last year's competition.
Michelle Henry is from North Platte, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agribusiness. Michelle plans to work at the Sandhills Cattle Association in Valentine, Nebraska. Michelle's greatest accomplishment was making honor roll every year.
Logan Kalkowski is from Omaha, Nebraska, and he is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Agribusiness. Logan plans to attend graduate school. His greatest experience was the opportunity to study abroad in France and Spain on a faculty-led study abroad trip. He gained exposure to new culture and a different way of life.
Darren Kenobi is from Imperial, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agribusiness. Darren plans to work with Ag Vision International, an international ag consulting company, and to pursue an internship with the International Foundation. Darren's greatest experience was a tie between being a student executive team member for the Engler Agribusiness Entrepreneurship Program and being a new student enrollment orientation leader.
Sierra Nelson is from Hickman, Nebraska, and she is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agribusiness. She plans to work full-time with N2 Publishing, producing an exclusive neighborhood magazine for West Shores in Omaha, Nebraska. Sierra's greatest accomplishment was competing on UNL's equestrian team and becoming the 2018 national champion in intermediate horsemanship, all while maintaining a 4.0 GPA.
John O'Brien is from Newman Grove, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agribusiness. John plans to work for Gavilon as a grain merchandiser and live in Lexington, Nebraska. John's greatest accomplishment was having the opportunity to meet new people and make new friendships.
Shelby Riggs is from Mitchell, South Dakota, and she is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Economics. Shelby plans to work while pursuing a graduate education and competing for Miss Rodeo America. Shelby's greatest accomplishment was growing the Rodeo Associates Agricultural Education platform as Miss Rodeo University of Nebraska and the diversity of friends she met along the way.
Ryan Romick is from Alliance, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Economics. Ryan plans to pursue a career as a grain merchandiser. Ryan's greatest accomplishment was receiving the Neil E. Harlan Agribusiness Scholarship and getting to work with all the amazing staff in the Kassner program.
Reed Samuelson is from Trumbull, Nebraska, and he is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Agribusiness. Reed plans to return home to the family farming operation. His greatest experience was being able to apply what he learned here at UNL to actual situations on the farm.
Trevor Smith is from Holdridge, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agribusiness. Trevor plans to seek full-time employment in the agricultural industry. Trevor's greatest experience was learning leadership skills and experiencing brotherhood with the Alpha Gamma Rho fraternity. Congratulations to all the agricultural economics degree recipients.
Okay. Next up, we'll recognize students from the Department of Agronomy and Horticulture. Dr. Richard Ferguson, department head, will be joining this group of students on stage.
And we'll begin with Olivia Fiela from Ulysses, Nebraska. She is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in horticulture. Olivia plans to pursue a job related to plant science or breeding. Her greatest experience was working as a summer scholar at Cornell University in New York with Dr. Susan Brown and as an intern at the Denver Gardens.
Zoe Gildersleeve is from Alexandria, Virginia, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in horticulture. Zoe plans to stay in Lincoln and work for and explore employment opportunities back east. Zoe's greatest accomplishment was meeting the requirements and joining Pi Alpha Xi, the Horticulture Honor Society.
Matthew Kelly is from O'Neill, Nebraska, and he is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Agronomy. Matthew plans to work on the family farm and ranch. His greatest experience was meeting and learning from a diverse group of both teachers and students.
Ryan Langmeyer is from Scribner, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in plant biology. Ryan will be attending graduate school. Ryan's favorite experiences were competing in weed science and crop judging contests.
Christian Lomax is from Hastings, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agronomy. Christian plans to work for a local horse boarder while starting a custom hay farming operation specializing in high-quality equine feed. Christian's greatest accomplishment was making the 2018 spring semester Dean's List. He had the opportunity to become universalized with many different people and cultures here at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln.
Sean Mcdonald is from Phillips, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in plant biology. Sean plans to continue his graduate education in weed science at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Sean's greatest experience was the opportunity to spend this past summer abroad in China working with the University Extension.
Matthew Oswald is from Aurora, Nebraska, and he is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agronomy. Matthew plans to become employed at Servitech, Inc. as an associate crop specialist and help on the family farming operation. Matthew's greatest experience was becoming an intramural staff assistant and earning 5 championship T-shirts.
Jason Reese is from Malcolm, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in horticulture. Jason plans to continue working towards opening a retail nursery specializing in interior succulents and tropical plants. Jason's greatest accomplishment was getting invited into both Pi Alpha Xi and Gamma Sigma Delta honor societies.
Charlemagne Spotts is from Osmond, Nebraska, and he is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agronomy. Charlemagne plans to work for Farmers Pride Co-op and travel to share his agronomy knowledge. His greatest educational experience was taking Soils 153 because he says it helped him choose his major. Congratulations to all of the students in the Agronomy and Horticulture Department.
Next, we'll be honoring those graduates in the Department of Agricultural Leadership, Education, and Communication. Dr. Mark Bolschweid, Department Head, will be representing this group of students.
Katie Compton is from Kilgore, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural education. Katie plans to be the agricultural education teacher at Gordon Rushville High School starting in January 2019. Katie's greatest accomplishment was being on the Dean's List every semester of her college career.
Alex Cumming is from St. Edward, Nebraska, and she is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural education. Alex plans to teach high school agricultural education at St. Edward. Alex's greatest accomplishment was completing a student teaching experience at Ashland Greenwood.
Samantha Gunther is from Crofton, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural education. Samantha plans to find a full-time career in community and leadership development in rural Nebraska. Samantha's greatest accomplishment was completing the ALEC capstone, and her greatest experience was studying abroad in South Africa.
Lynn Hansen is from Ithaca, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural education. Lynn plans to teach high school agriculture. His greatest accomplishment, well, you're looking at it, he graduated in 3.5 years.
Caitlin Hanvey is from Center, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural education. Caitlin plans to start a full-time position as an Associate Territory Manager with Corteva Agriscience in eastern Nebraska. Caitlin's greatest accomplishments were being named Dean of Kasner for a day and being on the Dean's List for most of her time in college.
Brian Heldenberger is from Omaha, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural education. Brian will be a skilled and technical science teacher. His greatest accomplishment was being hired while he was still student teaching, as well as making that coveted Dean's List.
Scott Ludke is from Lincoln, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural education. Scott plans to teach and be a Skills USA advisor. Scott's greatest accomplishment was helping start the UNL Skills USA Collegiate Chapter.
Kaylin Ness is from Fremont, Nebraska, and she is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural education. Kaylin plans to substitute teach while applying for full-time agricultural education teaching positions. Her greatest experience was student teaching. She learns something new every day while also having a lot of fun.
Haley Rogers is from Lexington, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Education. Haley plans to start a new program teaching agricultural classes at Lexington Middle School. Haley's greatest experiences were the opportunities to travel to conferences through membership in the many collegiate organizations.
Jocelyn Suckup is from Winnetoon, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Education. Jocelyn plans to substitute teach while seeking full-time employment within the ag industry. Her greatest accomplishment was finishing school in 3.5 years.
Brooke Temple is from Seward and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Education. Brooke plans to work at Nebraska Farm Bureau Foundation as the education specialist, specializing in developing efforts related to ag literacy. Brooke's greatest experience was studying abroad in New Zealand while building connections with others in the ag industry.
Emily Whipple is from Cambridge, Nebraska, and she is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Education. Emily plans to be a long-term agricultural education sub and seek permanent position in agricultural education for the 2019-2020 term. Her greatest experience was traveling across the United States to evaluate livestock as a member of UNL's livestock judging team.
Haley Zabel is from Firth, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Education. Haley plans to be the agricultural education teacher at Takema Herman Public School starting this January. Haley's greatest accomplishments were the friendships she made and the impact she had on other students.
Brianne Zimmer is from Pleasanton, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Education. Brianne plans to start a master's degree at Peru State College and begin teaching by fall of 2019. Her greatest experiences were collaborating with peers and professors that carry similar passions and witnessing each other grow throughout the experience. Congratulations to all the agricultural leadership, education, and communication degree recipients.
Okay, they're mixing it up on me here a little bit. So the next degree program will recognize those graduates from the Department of Animal Science. Clint Crable is the department head. Lisa Carr, associate professor in the department, will be representing this area. Thanks, Lisa.
Lindsay Selesky is from Ceresco, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Lindsay plans to work as the barn facilities manager at Heartland Equine Therapeutic Riding Academy. Lindsay's greatest accomplishment was passing her math classes.
Liza Christensen is from Lincoln, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Liza plans to attend graduate school at UNL and pursue a master's in agricultural leadership with hopes of becoming an extension educator. Her greatest accomplishment was representing the Animal Science Department as a student ambassador and interning at the Saunders County Extension Office as a 4-H intern.
Emily Kreitzer is from Bellwood and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Emily plans to go back home and work for Toll's Dairies and continue to run a horse show business. Emily's greatest experience was getting to know her professors and going to Phoenix, Arizona to help represent UNL at the NCBA convention.
Spencer French is from Broken Bow, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Spencer plans to be employed within the animal science field. His greatest experience was studying abroad in Spain and France.
Justin Hodson is from Lexington, Nebraska, and is receiving a degree in Animal Science. Justin plans to return full-time to the family cow-calf and farming operation. Justin's greatest experience was being involved in the Christian organization Crew, and greatest accomplishment was graduating in 3.5 years with a major and a double minor.
Grace Kim is from Lincoln, Nebraska, and she is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Grace plans to seek full-time employment here in Lincoln. Her greatest accomplishment was receiving one of her animal science scholarships her junior year.
Abby Nelson is from Valparaiso, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Abby plans to start graduate school at UNL in Applied Science. Abby's greatest accomplishment was getting to experience hands-on opportunities in classes and being accepted into graduate school.
Morgan Paris is from Audubon, Iowa, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Morgan plans to work full-time at Enogen Genoseek. Her greatest experience was doing research in the Animal Science Lab and participating in the Undergraduate Research Fair.
Callie Rathjen is from York, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Callie plans to seek graduate school opportunities. Callie's greatest accomplishment was earning a bachelor's degree and an EMT license.
David Schuler is from Bridgeport, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. David plans to integrate himself into the family seed stock Red Angus operation. His greatest accomplishment was being part of the coalition to bring back Husker Food Connection on city campus to help connect agricultural producers with their consumers.
Kara Volasek is from Palmer, Nebraska, and is receiving a degree in Animal Science. Kara plans to attend the University of Nebraska and Iowa State University Professional Veterinary Medicine program. Kara's greatest accomplishment was receiving an academic transfer Regents scholarship and graduating with a degree and no debt.
Ethan Wilkie is from Albion, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Ethan plans to head to Southwest Kansas to work for Poke Feeders in Scott City as a roving manager. Ethan's greatest experiences were competing on the livestock judging team and the friends, memories, and connections he made along the way.
Nicholas Klein is receiving a degree. Nicholas is from Dunlap, Iowa, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Nicholas plans to pursue a career in beef feed sales. Nicholas's greatest educational experience was attending Husker football games. Congratulations to all of the Animal Science degree recipients.
Our next graduates will be from the Department of Biological Systems Engineering. David Jones is the department head of that department.
David Kaltenberger is from Lincoln, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanized Systems Management. David plans to move to Phoenix to work in construction as a superintendent. David's greatest accomplishment was graduating from college.
Wyatt Castle is from David City, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanized Systems Management. Wyatt plans to begin his career with Cargill in Fresno, California beef processing plant. Wyatt's greatest accomplishments were having 2 internships and making connections during the years here at university with advisors, classmates, and new friends.
Zach Mumm is from Hebron, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanized Systems Management. Zach plans to be an employee at 3 Point Farms. Zach's greatest accomplishment was earning his bachelor degree.
Jonah Vonderfecht is from Hebron, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanized Systems Management. Jonah plans to return home and work on the family farm. Jonah's greatest accomplishment was making lifelong relationships with friends and learning new techniques to implement on the family operation. Congratulations to all of our Biological Systems Engineering degree recipients.
Next, we'll recognize the PGA Golf Management graduates. Dr. Dan Huisman, Director of the PGA Golf Management Program, will be representing this area.
Derek Carlson is from Lincoln, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in PGA Golf Management. Derek plans to work at Hillcrest Community Club in Lincoln and begin pursuing an MBA in the fall of 2019. Derek's greatest experience was visiting Scotland with a group of PGA students and playing the old course at St. Edwards.
Brett Finke is from Deschler, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in PGA Golf Management. Brett plans to move to Texas to obtain a full-time assistance position at a private golf club. Brett's greatest experience was visiting Scotland with a group of PGM students and playing the old course at St. Andrews.
Tyler Lawson is from Elkhorn, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in PGA Golf Management. Tyler plans to work as an assistant golf professional at Whistling Straits in Black Wolf Run in Kaler, Wisconsin. Tyler's greatest accomplishment was the hands-on experience gained through 4 PGA internships.
Landon Mawson is from Hershey, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in PGA Golf Management. Landon plans to work at the Madison Club in La Quinta, California. Landon's greatest experience is being able to go over to Scotland on a study abroad trip, a great experience that he will remember forever. Congratulations to all of our PGM degree recipients.
Our next group of students will be from the Department of Food Science and Technology. Dr. Kurt Weller is the department head and will be representing this area.
Thanh Le is from Vietnam and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Food Science and Technology. Thanh Le plans to work with the Food Inc. as a quality assurance specialist. Her greatest accomplishments were working at the FARP doing research, earning scholarships, and being named to the Kassner Dean's List, obtaining an internship, and becoming a quality assurance specialist after graduation.
Erika Lewis is from West Point and is receiving a bachelor degree in agribusiness and a Bachelor of Science degree in Food Science and Technology. Erika plans to work in the food industry and pursue graduate school. Erika's greatest accomplishment was completing her honors thesis and studying abroad in Spain and France. Congratulations to all of our Food Science degree recipients.
Next, we'll recognize students receiving a degree in forensic science. Dr. Mike Adamovich, close? Smith, yeah, right. Program director will be representing this area. Thanks for your graciousness, Mike.
Brianna Peterson is from Kearney, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Forensic Science. Brianna plans to work in crime scene investigation and eventually continue her studies in this area. Brianna's greatest accomplishment was being recognized for her hard work and being asked to apply for an internship at the Defense POWMIA Accounting Agency in Omaha. Congratulations, Brianna.
Our next graduate is receiving a degree in microbiology. Dr. Jim Alfano, the program director for this area, will be representing this area of study.
Ryan Plord is from Woodstock, Nebraska, and is receiving a bachelor degree in microbiology. Ryan plans to bum around Europe for a bit and practice Tebow. Ryan's greatest accomplishment was collecting a bunch of bugs in Ogallala, Nebraska. Congratulations, Ryan.
Not sure if those are bugs or microbes there. Our next graduates will be receiving degrees from the School of Natural Resources. Dr. John Carroll, director of the school, will be representing these degree programs.
Mike, don't go anywhere yet.
John Bully is from Papillion, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Fisheries and Wildlife.
I see.
John plans to attend graduate school at Montana State University in Montana. John's greatest experience was assisting in PhD research at Yellowstone National Park for the summers of 2017 and 18, which has led to a graduate school opportunity.
Zachary Kuhr is from Lee, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Environmental Restoration Science. Zachary plans to work in consulting. Zachary's greatest accomplishment was collecting and assessing surface water samples and data for the Nebraska Department of Environmental Quality.
Gabrielle T. Ninehouse is from Pensacola, Florida, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Fisheries and Wildlife. Gabriel plans his plans include having a stiff drink after graduation. His greatest experience was serving as the treasurer of the Student Veterans Organization, and his greatest accomplishment was graduating, which was a pipe dream 10 years ago.
Michael True is from Lincoln, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Fisheries and Wildlife. Michael plans to continue working with bat conservation. Michael's greatest experiences were completing an undergraduate research project involving urban red fox and an internship in Kentucky doing bat research.
Jacob Wagner is from Beatrice, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Plant Biology and a Bachelor of Science degree in Fisheries and Wildlife. Jacob is planning on working for a few years and then attending graduate school. Jacob's favorite educational experiences were studying abroad in Puerto Rico and Botswana. Congratulations to all of the degree recipients in the area of agronomy and horticulture.
Always a surprise from the School of Natural Resources, always. Well, let's give all of our graduates one big round of applause. Congratulations. I'd now like to turn the podium over to Ty Schuler, President of the Kassner Alumni Association.
Thank you, Mike. Good afternoon, everyone. As Mike said, my name is Ty Schuler, and I'm the current president of the CASNR Alumni Association. On behalf of the entire board and the association, I just want to congratulate and welcome each graduate to the CASNR alumni family. It is our pleasure to honor and celebrate your accomplishments on this day. The mission of the CASNR Alumni Association is simple. It's to cultivate and enhance the CASNR network, including alumni and their families, prospective and current students, and of course, friends and supporters of the college. We do several events throughout the year to promote our mission. Helping recognize each of you today is just one of the activities that I get to be a part of. The CASNR Alumni Association also raises and provides scholarship funding for CASNR students. I'm extremely proud to be part of an organization that has contributed over $60,000 in scholarships to CASNR students. Commencement signifies the beginning of lifelong learning. There is no better way to stay engaged and remain current in a chosen discipline than by networking through the college's Alumni Association. We hope that you will stay connected. It is the best way to add value to the investment that you've all made in your education and in your future. From the CASNR Alumni Association, congratulations. You're all well prepared for the challenges and the adventures that lie ahead, and we wish you the very best in your future endeavors.
Well, thanks, Ty. I think that we would all agree, as a society, we will face some grand challenges in the years to come, including the wicked problems of feeding a growing population while preserving our natural resources, addressing climate change, ensuring water security for a global society, and finding cures to human disease, just to name a few. Some are pessimistic about the future, and that is because they're uncertain about how we're going to address these grand challenges. I, on the other hand, am optimistic, and that is because I'm betting on these graduates. I am confident that they are going to be the problem solvers, the innovators, and the difference makers that are going to identify the solutions to these challenges, as well as the discoveries and the innovations that their generation will make that will advance our global society. It's also reassuring to know that the land-grant system, which created the University of Nebraska-Lincoln in 1869, is still very relevant today to our youth, to our state, and to our global society. So again, congratulations to the graduates. A special thank you to the parents, families, and friends of our graduates for your support and encouragement throughout their educational journey. And as a graduate of this college, I want to be among the first to welcome our CASNR graduates to the Alumni Association. Before we conclude today's celebration, we do have a few announcements and thank yous. First, Greg Nathan with University Communications has been taking pictures during our ceremony. Those individual photos, as well as a group photo of the class, will be made available on our CASNR website starting January 19th. Also, this event would not be possible without the contributions of many, including the Vice Chancellor's Office, the Kasner Alumni Association, Meg Kester, Director of Alumni Relations, the Nebraska East Union staff, the INR media team, Greg Nathan with University Communications, Bryce Doskit with KRVN and Spencer Hartman, the Kasner Dean's Office team, the Kasner Student Ambassadors, the Advisory Board, as well as the unit leaders, the faculty, and the staff in the Institute. Please join me in thanking them. Also, a special thank you to Lee Harlan. Lee and her late husband, Neil, are tremendous supporters of our students, the college, the institute, and the university. The spirit of our college is defined by the people, and we are so very fortunate to have Lee be a part of our college community. Please join me in thanking Lee and also wishing her a happy birthday. Finally, you are all invited tomorrow to join us for the senior send-off, which will take place between 7:30 and 9 a.m. in the club lounge of the Pinnacle Bank Arena before graduation. So again, thank you for your attention today. Congratulations again to the graduates, and we hope to see you tomorrow.